Welcome back to Refining Silver. Today, I just want to be raw and honest with you guys completely. The podcast, as you can tell, is called Refining Silver, and it's about the transformation of me becoming a better person, of trying to become a righteous man, because that's what God calls us to do. With all this said, the last episode I uploaded was months ago, and for some reason, I just don't start. I just don't do it. I rather sleep in or have other priorities. But honestly, I see the potential on this podcast. I see that it could make change in other people's life, starting with my life. With this said, I need to take it more seriously. I need to put more action than actually just talk about it. So here I am, recording this podcast, even though I need to wake up tomorrow to go to work for a job I dislike. Now, yes, I'm grateful for the job and I'm practicing my gratitude because it's a stepping stone. I need that job. It's paying for this, it's paying for my microphone, it's paying for my thing right now. It's funding my dream. That's what it's doing. So I am grateful for the job, even though I'll be mentally tired, not even physically. That's the bad part, and that's why I'm trying to leave that job. With that said, today marks the start of a journey about actually being consistent, actually showing up, and not just talk. I've seen that the bar is so low. The bar is so low. If for some reason we cannot cross that bar, we cannot go over that bar, yet the bar is so low. I heard this stat that people who create a podcast, 90% of them don't make it past the third episode. This is my third episode. So uploading one more will put me in the 10% of podcasters. Out of those 10%, 90 of them do not upload 20 podcasts. So if I make 21 podcasts and upload them, I'll be in the top 1% of podcasters. And that's my first goal. I'm here to become the top one of podcasters. All I have to do is upload 21 episodes. And it starts with one. And then the second one, and now the third one. Of course, I am trying to bring in guests because why would you listen to me give you advice? For I am as lost as you are, or probably even a better spot where I am. As you can tell, I'm doing this imperfectly, but I'm still doing it. Like I said, I'm done with the perfect planning. I'm done of wanting to change my life and yet not doing anything. I need more action, and this is what action is all about. Now, it's hard. It's hard because not having support, having people make fun of you. You own people, by the way, people that, are family, they're friends, people who you thought would support you, make fun of you. And being this vulnerable is hard. A lot of people don't understand that, but it takes courage, honestly, to show all your faults. I mean, I'm even struggling to show up sometimes. Sometimes that's why I don't post on TikTok because the thought of somebody else about me freezes me and I end up not posting. I end up not saying the things I want to say. I end up trying to become this perfect man, which I know that I'm not. Not even close. I have so much fear. I have so much doubt. I really have no clue what I'm doing in life. I see a goal and I get hyped about it, but a week in and I'm still doing the same BS. And this is, I mean, the good thing is that I'm starting from the bottom, so I got nothing to lose, right? And it's all uphill from here. What can I say that? I have nothing to lose, and it's all uphill from here. It's hard going uphill. It really is, man. It's tiring. It's hard, but I think it's worth it. I want to achieve the dreams that I have in life. I want to become an influencer. I want to change people's lives. At the end of the day, I just want to be a storyteller. It's the oldest trait we've had in human history. We have always told stories in different ways. Back in the day, it was from word of mouth, then it was writing, and then we get the invention of photography, and it was a picture describes a million words. What? I don't know, I forgot the saying. And then we got video now, and it's like, okay, now we can actually tell a story, movies, short films, and now we even have podcasts, which is telling the stories about ourselves, testimonies. And why is the reason for this storytelling? It's for connection. It's I think that's at the end of the day what we humans need and want. We want connection with other people. We want to feel part of the tribe. For that reason, I really want to bring on guests on this podcast because selfishly, I want those conversations. I love deep conversations and I want to have them with so many people. No matter no matter the point of view, at the end of the day, I'm trying to connect with them because we're human. I'm trying to understand them and I'm trying to be with them. I'm doing this so imperfectly. If you guys hear random sounds in the background, I apologize. I can't control the people. I tried soundproofing this room multiple times. Well, actually, it's my brother's room, but it just money. But yes, storytelling is the oldest trade in the world. We humans have done it forever, and it's for connection. It's for dreaming. It's what keeps us alive, honestly. And I crave that. I don't know. I've always loved this, and I've always done it. I just didn't have a name from it. For as long as I can remember, I've always been recording to capture a moment, to make some type of story, to make other people laugh. Like I said, I just wanted the human connection. And I didn't realize that the way I wanted that human connection was by storytelling. But now I have a word for it. So now I know what I'm doing and I know what I want. The thing is that you cannot plan out those stories. You just gotta let life write them themselves. And then one must tell those stories. I can't tell you what this next 6 years is gonna bring for me. I can have a very specific plan. I can have AI plan out my whole life and I can follow it to the T and it will not go as planned because life is the best writer. That's why I'm documenting this journey. That's why I have the podcast. That's why I have the TikTok. That's why I have make the vlogs. And honestly, the vlogs just started with me having fun. I just wanted people to laugh. My younger brothers love the vlogs. And that's what keeps me editing. And I fell in love with the process. I honestly did. With that said, I don't I don't know why I struggle so much sometimes to get down and editing. Like all I have to do is open up the computer, plug in my external hard drive and start editing. But for some reason it's so hard sometimes. And I already like I know the knowledge, I know the science, I know the information, and yet it's so hard. I even know the faith-based things, and sometimes I can't do it. It's fighting my flesh at the end of the day. That's what it is. It's me versus me, my spirit versus my flesh. I know there's a calling. I know I need to show up for myself, and yet my flesh is weak. There's a reason why I show up to work even though I hate it. Yeah, I won't show up for myself even though I love it. And right now I'm running on motivation, I think, or disappointment. I don't know what I'm running on, but I'm running on it. Whatever this fuel is, even if it's toxic, it's getting me to go. So I'm gonna use it for now and I'll worry about it later. I know that sounds so bad, but fuel is fuel and it's moving me. 1 year ago, I had this dream of becoming a podcaster, of becoming an influencer, of becoming a storyteller. And I didn't do anything. For 6 months, I did not do anything. Why? Because I was afraid. I had even more doubts. I was trying to figure it out. And those 6 months led me to nothing. Imagine if I just started that 1 year ago. How many podcasts would I have now? Would I have 21 and be in the top 1% like the dream I have now? Who knows? I really don't know. And I regret not starting because those 6 months, no clue what happened. I have no memory of it. I have no progress. As a matter of fact, I think this is the first year I'm making less money than my previous years. I have nothing to show for. Yeah, I took some trips here and there with my family and I love it, of course. But like I said, it's those moments in life that I love so much that I just want to keep having more. And the only way I can do that is by becoming a better man. I think happiness is just days in a row where you have gratitude and enjoyment. And if I'm constantly mad at work or frustrated at work and only happy on the weekends or when I see a family or friend, it's like the ratio of unhappiness to frustration and sadness, depression, or whatever you call it, the ratio is off. I guess that's why we feel numb sometimes. Oh, that's why we feel depressed. And I think I just need to shorten that distance of happy days. That's why I need to go all in on this dream. I really like it. It's hard, but man, is it rewarding. Like editing those videos, sometimes I'm just frustrated. Sometimes I'm like, damn, this is so long. But once I hit upload and I see just people reacting positively on it, just encourage me to keep on going. And honestly, I'm not even doing it for the validation of them. I enjoy those videos. After seeing those videos, I feel inspired. I inspire myself to keep going. And I sometimes I make myself laugh. And if I can get that reaction out of somebody else, I hope I can. Not for me, but for them. So they can keep on going as well in life. So you who are listening right now to this podcast can have something to dream about. To actually keep fighting for what you dream and not giving up. Like I said, it's all the human connection. That's why I call myself a storyteller. And I know I need to change my identity. That's where it starts, changing your identity. That's why I'm a storyteller. And I want you to change your identity as well. Who are you? People say fake it till you make it. In a sense, they're right. Choose your identity and then start looking for evidence of that identity. If you want to be a writer and you call yourself a writer, start by doing what writers do. What do they do? They write. You don't need to write a book, you just need to write 5 minutes every day and you're a writer. If you're a singer, use that identity. Call yourself a singer. Practice every day you're singing. Sing a song here and there. Choose your identity and find the evidence. I'm a storyteller. So every day I need to create something. And for me, I'm setting a rule that it must be 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes a day. I need to do something that's storytelling. If it's either recording this podcast, editing a vlog, posting a TikTok, or planning out a new YouTube video, that's what I will do because now I'm a storyteller. Whatever dream you have in life, call yourself that and find the evidence later. There's this quote that I like that says, be happy and the reason will come. Change starts in your mind. Change really starts how you start thinking. It's the mentality, it's the thought process. That's where change starts. That's why be happy works because you're choosing to be happy. And once you're happy, later on you find out why. Because you'll find the evidence of your happiness. And it's not you looking for it, it's your brain. It does it. I don't know why, how, but it does it. So, yeah, I'm here just sharing my raw truth, and hopefully, I can help somebody out there or myself. Because sometimes I look back on these videos and I help out myself. Hopefully, something sticks with you that you've heard on this podcast. That's why I like podcasts because sometimes I can hear the same podcast over and over, and each time something else will stick. Like just some small random piece of information will stick with me, and that's what leads me to change. That's why the short form TikToks that I make, ain't gonna really help anybody, because as soon as they scroll, nothing's gonna stick to them. They might comment, they might like, they might follow, but they gonna change? Not sure, but I hope so. Like I said, change happens in your mentality. But once you have the informations, once you have the new identity, the next step is action. And I truly think that's the most difficult part. From reading my Bible, this is what Jesus talks about our flesh being weak, but the spirit being willing. We know what to do. We know the right things. Yet we don't do them because our flesh is weak. That's why we must wake up every day and deny ourselves and pick up our own cross. Now, if you want the science version of it, we have two specific brain parts that control us. Our limbic system is what controls our emotion. It's what has kept us alive, us humans, for the longest. It's that fear of hearing something at the night and not checking it out because it could be a predator and it could eat you. It's the I'd rather stay at home because I'm comfortable. If I go out there in the real world, I can die. We know it's a lie, but our body doesn't think so. And our prefrontal cortex, that's our logic. That's us knowing that we have to go outside and risk it. And we know there's no danger. Our prefrontal cortex is what allows us to think about the future, is what allows us to be quote unquote logic, have logic of risking it for the biscuit, as my brother says. Because we know that the reward is worth the risk. And sometimes there's no risk, it's just fear because our limbic system takes over and it doesn't want us to do it because it's scared. And like I said, I have those two things fighting against each other every day. Every human has it. Now, the thing is, it's not killing the limbic system because it does keep us alive and we do need it, but it's making our prefrontal cortex stronger. Now, how we do that, again, it's by finding evidence. The way you find evidence, every time you're scared of something, do it. And what your body's gonna learn, it's, look, I'm still alive. Nothing happened to me. And your brain starts learning that. And it could be the smallest thing. Like I said, it could be just you leaving the house. It could be you uploading your first video. It could be you writing your first blog. It could be you looking for your first client. You saving your first dollar. You investing your first dollar. It all starts by evidence. And that's my first step of being refined. I need evidence. If I'm gonna call myself a storyteller and be a podcaster, it starts with evidence. It starts by me actually uploading these videos. Like I said, this is my third episode, and the next one I'll be in the 10%. After that, the 21st, I'll be in the 1%. And now this is no comparison. This is me finding the evidence of the person I want to become, of the person I say I want to be. I hope you guys also realize what identity you want, or what dreams you want, what journey you're willing to walk, and start finding the evidence for that. If you want to be more confident, do things that a confident person would do. It all sounds easy. It all sounds logically smart, right? I'm telling you, once that limbic system takes over, once that flesh takes over, it becomes hard. And every time it becomes hard, you have to remember, this is what hard feels like. This is the journey. This is what it's all about. It's about either giving up or facing that fear, facing that hard, and just doing the action. This is my episode 3. I hope you guys loved it or liked it. I hope you take something with you. And I'm gonna start a tradition of every episode, I'm gonna give you a challenge, a weekly challenge, because I actually want you guys to change. My first weekly challenge, don't talk negative about yourself. For 7 days, don't talk negative about yourself. I do it a lot, so I'm gonna also join you in this challenge. Let's be grateful, let's be thankful, and let's take the Lord. Trust the Lord in our process that we may be refined. And stop being negative on yourself. It's our first time living. We're not supposed to know anything. Yet life is our teacher, and the journey is our class. Hope y'all have a blessed day.